勝利の女神ニッケ。
冇空行，冇空行啊！呢個冇空行。你入唔入個老闆？日本人好嘅啊！我就只係多下嘅，我啲集市去拍更啊！屌，啲集市去拍更啊！屌你笑下自集自去 ，OK 啊，我哋正常啊，食到冇啊。咁啊，我講自集去出嚟，都自集自去都好嘅。啊，人買買，解啊！一攤四行到血氣啊！一攤10個去到血氣啊！ 西瓜视频。ยังจองกอ YouTube ครับบิลลี่ยังปันเฉียงอ่ะยัง VPN อัพโหลดยังตัวเบสไซยังแข่งคุยเบสเดียว YouTube อ่ะยังเบสเดียว Google มั้งเนี่ยยังเบสยัง Google เลยหลักคันข้อเลย That's why anh các chị用佢 VPN 咯，佢 VPN 呢對晒用咯。
準備はいい？始めるよ。戦闘が終わったら起こして。私の力で正義を証明してみせよう。あなたの運命、私がもらいます。私、よくできましたか？と私の勝利じゃ。シミュレーションルームはどう？ちゅ、負けちゃいそう。シミュレーションルームはどう？つまらない戦闘になりそうだわ。このヒーローの邪魔をする者は誰であっても許さない。私がもらいます。みんなで一緒に打ってます。ユニがたっぷりだ。みんなの希望を集め、今ここに正義を証明する。行くぞ、こやつめ。もうちょっといじめたかったのに。雰囲気は気に入ってもらえたかな。ちょっと明るすぎるかな。 戦闘が終わったら起こして。
ラプチャーは嫌い。叩いてもあんまり面白くないんだね。
私よくできましたか？あおー、ページ掘り行きまーす。安全にお守りだ。あなたの運命、私がもらいます。構えちゃいます。全部うまくいったんですね。指揮官かっこいいです。雰囲気は気に入ってもらえたかな。ちょっと明るすぎる。つまらない戦闘になりそうだわ。私がいるから
Dang.
心配
Oh
ご無用。
shit.
あなたの運命、私がもらいます。構えちゃいます。入れませんかね。
もうちょっといじめたかったのに。
뭐
ガンガン攻めてくるのね。
뒤석이
手加減しすぎたかしら。過小評価してたみたい。手加減チュッ、負けちゃいそう。あなたの運命、私がもらいます。ヒーローたちよ、全身全霊で戦うのだ。楽しみでしょ。ユニがたっぷりある。みんなの希望を集め、今ここに正義を証明する。ヒーローたちよ、全身全霊で戦うのだ。もうちょっといじめたかったのに。セカンドシミュレーションスタート。つまらない戦闘になりそうだわ。このシミュレーションって本当に役に立つのかな。 らない戦闘になりそうだわ。手抜きはせんぞ。ロードあなたの運命、私がもらいます。みんなで一緒に打ってます。私、よくできましたか？楽しみでしょ？ユニがたっぷりある。みんなの希望を集め、今ここに正義を証明する。行くぞ、こやつめ。ボルトと私の勝利じゃ。ここに来るの好き？楽しい？つまらない戦闘になりそうだわ。指揮官が危険なんですね。じゃあ戦います。
あ
あなたの運命、私がもらいます。行くぞ、こやつめ。倒れちゃいました。
もうちょっといじめたかったのにね。
ยัง
ここに来るの好き？楽しい？負けちゃいそう。
ね
ここに来るの好き？つまらない戦闘になりそうだわ。もうここまで来たの？これからは手加減しないわ。しっかり気を引き締め。つまらない戦闘になりそうだわ。あなたの運命、私がもらいます。
啊，我咋？哈！
楽しみだぞ。ユニがたっぷり遊んであげるよ。みんなの希望を集め、今ここに正義を証明する。壊れちゃえ。ボルトと私の勝利じゃ。
行了。无这第四
サード
呢
シ，ミュレーション
这咋回事？阿妈，
戦闘が終わったら起こして。
我讲啊，
为了救鱼引发的交通事故，导致60岁大妈头部损伤、肋骨骨折。关于慌忙救鱼事件，前面很多帖子表示为什么不提前补救？不是没有，而是遇到了更加糟糕的事。5号下午明显感觉鱼顶不了多久，大概快4点的时候，我开车出去找备用电源，结果刚过了4、5个红绿灯，就出了交通事故，和一位骑电动车的大妈发生了刮蹭，大妈连人带车倒地，当时吓坏了。下车把人扶起来后，大妈说胸口和头疼，结果发现大妈头部受伤了，幸亏戴了头盔啊，否则后果不堪设想。铁子们，骑车出门记得一定要戴头盔，关键时刻真能救命。随后就是报警、报保险，一切处理完之后，保险公司的工作人员让我有事可以先走，让大妈自行到医院检查，费用后期保险公司赔付。说句心里话，当时心急如焚，家里那么多鱼等着我呢，我真的想走，但是实在又不放心受伤的大妈，毕竟什么都没有人重要。接着我就开车带大妈到医院，挂了急诊，垫付医药费，拍了头部和胸部的 CT。最近想拍个 CT 那是真不容易啊！幸运的是，片子出来以后，医生说头部没有问题，外伤是倒地时头盔蹭出来的。不幸的是肋骨骨折，医生说看不清严不严重，需要做进一步3维 CT 才知道，但是只能第2天预约，所以当晚就没能继续检查。回到家已经是晚上10点，把所有鱼缸检查一遍，多数鱼爬缸状态不是很好，当时也没有什么好的办法，只能祈求多顶一段时间，别死就行。随后我又带着所有蓄电设备，在晚上12点左右赶到老家蓄电睡觉。第二天早上带着所有充好电的设备直奔医院，带大妈预约做3维 CT， 没来得及回家，可中途老板给我发来视频，金龙快不行了，我让他在家先给金龙做抢救。当我带大妈做完 CT 回到家时，老板已经独自抢救金龙1个多小时了。不久，其他鱼也陆续出现了状况，最后经过努力，大部分鱼转危为安，可惜了巨骨和黄某没能挺过来。屋漏偏逢连夜雨，既是不幸也是万幸。不幸的是这2天的遭遇太过闹心，万幸的是大妈当时戴了头盔，没有伤及脑部，3维 CT 出来也显示轻微骨裂，后续呢就交给保险公司了。铁子们，情况就是这么个情况，愿大妈早日康复，愿大家平安喜乐。
シミュレーションルームってちょっと窮屈だわ。私も戦闘が終わったら起こして。
ラプチャーは嫌い。叩いてもあんまり面白くないんだもん。 Lazada 让你尽情抢购淘宝好看 ，Shop now！ Alpha。
Hey everyone, I'm Icezq. Welcome to another Nikke video. So the next event is coming up, and it's called the D Outsiders. All right, and of course we can see the silhouette.
Simulation room ってちょっと窮屈だわ。つまらない戦闘
It
にな
is
りそうだわ。
Crow, Viper, and Jackal. And oh my goodness, I'm personally so excited because Viper is a mommy character. Damn, I was so excited to see her as a part of the playable characters because, spoiler alert, okay, in the later chapters, she definitely raised a few eyebrows when I saw her design. But anyhow, let's take a look at her kit. Of course, we've got Viper and Jackal. They're not both ARs, okay? I think one is a rocket launcher and one is a shotgun user. You can let me know in the comments which one's which, but I can't remember off the top of my head. But let's take a look at Viper first. Viper is a burst 2 unit with huge double big boobas, and her abilities are as follows. So first skill is activates when the target appears, affect all allies, granting them an attack rate and a hit rate for 10 seconds. So this, we need to test how this works because this looks absolutely broken. All right, affects all allies when the target appears. Does that mean every time a unit shows up, you get this attack boost? Is it stackable? And those are some big questions we need to answer, okay? Because if it's stackable and it's every time a unit appears, then Viper becomes absolutely broken for any stages that have mobs. Because every time the mob appears, boom, you get like 6 mobs, and that's 150% attack boost. So I don't think that's the case. However, if it's only once,
Simulation room ってちょっと窮屈だわ。
for a single target, then she is not that great for bosses because the boss, the special interceptions, you only appear once, right? So does that mean you get that attack boost and hit rate boost at the beginning of the game and that's it? We have to see. Another thing is this might be really good with Modernia because of the hit rate buff, right? But depending on the coverage, potentially Modernia can run a non-hit rate cube if this hit rate buff is on all the time or most of the time. Modernia could potentially run a non-hit rate cube. So we have to test this out. So skill 2, ability affects yourself, increase hit rate, and activates when enter full burst. Exclude one ally unit from the enemy's target, and loses effect when the caster. Okay, so this essentially makes it so the enemy cannot target your unit. I don't think it stops any mid-targeting attacks, but it could save you if your burst, is going at the same speed in PvP as the enemy, right? Use this skill, and all of a sudden, the enemy's burst 3 will not target your unit. So units like Snow White cannot target potentially your DPS. But we have to see how the AI.
Full bus. Attack south. Defender. Okay. Exclude one ally unit from enemy target for 10 seconds. Use effect when faster take damage. What does it mean? Still not really understand. But let's see.
I uses this and what the targeting and how that target.
Simulation room ってちょっと窮屈だわ。私もサードシミュレーションもそろそろ終わりね。やるじゃない。ラストバトルよ。
Targeting works, but she also gets an invincibility buff for 1 second, which I think is more for PvP. 1 second in PvE is not that big of a deal. And we also need to see, you know, if this hit rate is permanent, right? I mean, 3.43 is not that big of a deal, but still, it's a nice addition. So this is more of a passive instead of skill 2. Her burst, again, she's a burst 2 unit. Her burst is affect one enemy, deals attack as damage, alright, it's decent multipliers, and activates when the enemy includes the stage target affects the enemy. Okay, so it's basically attack damage and a defense down. Sure. I don't think it's that impressive because we know the defense formula kind of sucks and doesn't matter as much. If you want a deep dive.
Bayangkan cara kerja baru di mana segalanya adalah mengenai anda. Anda yang tentukan bila dan di mana anda bekerja mengikut cita rasa anda. Jadi, tunggu apa lagi?
Dive into the defense formula, go check out Luna Gaming TV's YouTube channel. A very, very good guide on how defense works. So I urge you to check it out. So that's Viper. And also we get Jackal as another pickup. So I don't know which one comes first. We'll have to see. But this is, I would say, similar to the Christmas banners then, because you have dual banners and Viper and Jackal coming up. I think there is no freebie unit, so we'll have to see. But it may be the new event format going forward, where you have dual banners, and each event or patch now will last 3 weeks. So let's take a look at Jackal. So Jackal is a defender type, burst 1, okay, and the weapon is not AR. It's either a SG or rocket launcher. So being a burst 1 unit, you're
キラキラ
おじさんすっごく疲れた顔してる。
Nip all these eyes. Giao con về cực lê gà chê lê bà chiêu.
バトルデータの更新完了。
hell?
喜ぶがいい。
ラブラス。
最高のヒーローが君たちにはついている。
Hell? I will cut out this one.
うむ、悪くはない。ご苦労だった。
I drank too much water, I think.
事業の妨害要因の発見。はい、目標照準。出力最大。挑戦の来いよ。
リロードするのじゃ。爪軽くあしらってやるのじゃ。
刻印を授ける。今不や絶望しなさい。事業の妨害要因を発見。排除する。死の刻印を授ける。今不や絶望しなさい。
どれどれ、これでよかったかね。
目標照準。出力最大。挑戦来いよ。準備が整い次第参りましょう。
好，
喜んだがいい。
拉布拉斯，
最高のヒーローが君たちにはついている。
好，
このマイティツールズは全知全みんなの希望を集め今ここに正義を証明する。どこやつめ。このマイティツールズは全知全能の道具。あなたの運命、私がもらいますよ。全身全霊で戦うのだ。リロード。ヒーローパワーチャージ。思ったより抵抗が激しい。このマイティツールズは全知全能の道具っす。みんなの希望を集め今ここに正義を証明する。何か教えてくれたよね。
Essentially competing with litter, right? Because if you have litter, why would you run anything else? So let's see if she can compete. First skill, activates when attacked 10 times, affects one enemy to highest max HP, increases their damage taken and decrease their attack, so both for 10 seconds. So this is a debuff. It's alright when attacked by 10 times. So she's a defender, she's going to be able to take some hits and max. HP, this decreased attack and increased damage taken is alright for boss fights, I would say. So, I mean, not as insane as the cooldown reduction plus the attack buff for Litter, so she loses there. So let's take a look at skill 2. Activates when entering the battle. Affects self and 2 ally units with the highest attack. Shares and damage. Okay, so this is insane. When she enters the battle, it's automatic damage sharing for 120 seconds. So
self and to align with higher share damage taken for share damage taken.
This, again, to me, kind of screams sustainability and a bit of PvP, right? Because 2 of the highest attacks, you're protecting your high damage dealers. It could actually come into play for a lot of boss fights that have single targets. We'll see, especially for stuff like Train that people usually a bit struggle more with. The turrets will take out one of the units quite easily, so potentially if this is activated for 120 seconds, you can mitigate obviously the turret damage, right? And by sharing across 3 units. So we'll have to see, or 2 units, or Jackal and the damage dealer. But we all knew how the taunt with X Rupee worked out. It wasn't that great.
あなたの運命、私がみんなで一緒に打ってます。どれどれ、これでよかったかね。天地万物を切るとはこういうことだ。あなたの運命、私がもらいます。心ゆくまで楽しむわよ。
So hopefully damage sharing is a bit better. This increased defense by 8.27% honestly is negligible. Again, the defense formula isn't that's important. So it would have been better if this was a cooldown reduction. Her ultimate creates a Jackal burst skill to a single enemy. Okay, so this is first skill damage to a single enemy. Increase 40, almost 40% for 15 seconds. So I wonder if it affects just the burst damage or all of the skills are active during the burst, because this could be a 40% damage boost to Modernia technically, right? And with Modernia, cooldown reduction isn't as huge just due to the fact that Modernia extends burst. So by the time your second burst is ready, the cooldown is done. So potentially you've got some synergy with Modernia. We'll have to see. But overall, I think if you have Litter, why would you use Jackal over Litter? That's the ultimate question, right? Because burst 1 is very tight. You sometimes run Noise, you sometimes run Rapunzel as your support burst 1, or you run a burst 3 support slot. So pretty much burst 1 and burst 2 are locked to single 20-second bursts, and Litter is the god. So if you can't replace Litter, it's going to be tough. And burst 2 is already saturated with Rupee or Senti, depending on the need. So I'm not sure. But anyhow, I'll be pulling for them. My gems are a bit low from Modernia banner, so I might top up. Maybe 200 pulls, just have a pity. So I
need to top up. Okay guys, this is end